Welcome everyone. As a hypertrophy specialist, I'm here to show you how to train smarter, not just harder. So if you're ready to stop leaving results on the table and you want to finally unlock your true potential, you are in exactly the right place. And hey, if you're serious about your training, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're about to get into it.
All right, let's dive right in. Here's our blueprint for today. Think of this as our roadmap. We're going to transform how you think about training, starting from the nitty-gritty of a single rep, all the way up to building a long-term strategy that guarantees you keep making gains.
So first up, we are tackling the single most common mistake I see in pretty much every gym. And the best part, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it in your very next workout.
Seriously, think about this for a second. If your entire focus is just on explosively lifting the weight up, you are completely ignoring the other 2/3 of the movement. And as you're about to see, you're missing out on the absolute most critical parts for building muscle. And that brings us to this crucial concept, time under tension, or 2TU. This is one of the most important variables we have for stimulating muscle development. The goal isn't to just blast through your reps as fast as possible. It's to increase the time your muscle is actually working under stress. You know, every single rep you do, no matter the exercise, has these 3 distinct parts. You've got the concentric, that's when you lift the weight and the muscle shortens. The isometric, that's the pause or squeeze at the top. And then the eccentric, that's when you lower the weight and the muscle lengthens. Mastering all 3 is really the first big step to intelligent training.
Now, I really want you to pay close attention here because the eccentric or the negative phase, well, that's where the magic really happens for muscle growth. This lowering part of the lift is where most of that productive muscle microdamage happens, which is the signal your body needs to rebuild bigger and stronger. If you just drop the weight, you are literally throwing away your best chance to grow.
So, here's your first actionable takeaway. I want you to try this. Aim for a controlled 3-second count as you lower the weight on every single rep. And yeah, it is going to feel much harder. You might even have to drop the weight a bit, but trust me, the results you'll get in terms of hypertrophy will be way better.
Okay, so now that we've dialed in the quality of each rep, let's zoom out a little and clarify your main goal. Are you training for muscle size, hypertrophy, or are you training for pure strength? Because believe it or not, they aren't the same thing. This table breaks down the key differences perfectly. You can see, for pure strength, the goal is just maximum force. So we're using super heavy weight, low reps, and really long rest periods. But for hypertrophy, for muscle size, we're in that sweet spot of moderate weight for more reps with shorter rest periods to really maximize metabolic stress and that time under tension we just talked about. Now you might be looking at that chart and thinking, okay, easy. I only care about size, so I'm just going to stick to hypertrophy training forever. But I'm about to show you exactly why that's a huge long-term mistake.
Here's the bottom line. At some point, you simply won't be strong enough to lift the heavy weights you need in that 6 to 12 rep range to keep stimulating new growth. You'll hit a wall. Your progressive overload will just stop. Think of it this way. Strength is the foundation that you build your house of muscle on top of.
So how strong is strong enough, right? Well, a fantastic benchmark for most people to shoot for is being able to lift 2 times your body weight in a big compound lift, like a squat or a deadlift. If you can get to that level of strength, you've pretty much guaranteed that you can generate enough mechanical tension to keep growing for years to come.
And the benefits of getting stronger go way beyond just building bigger muscles. When you train for strength, you're teaching your nervous system to fire up more muscle fibers, which makes all of your training more effective. It fixes postural imbalances, protects you from muscle loss as you get older, and can slash your risk of injury by up to 40%. It's just a win-win-win.
Okay, so we've covered the mechanics of a good rep, and we understand the why behind different training styles. Now, let's get into the how. How do we structure all of this for long-term progress and make sure you never hit a plateau again?
The answer is a concept called periodization. And this right here is the difference between just working out and actually training with purpose. It's all about having a strategic master plan instead of just showing up to the gym and kind of doing the same thing over and over, hoping for the best.
And look how simple and effective this can be. For anyone new to this idea, a linear model like this is just perfect. You'd start with a block of higher rep work to build a solid base, then you'd transition to a heavier, more moderate rep block, and finally, you'd move into a pure strength block. You're systematically building on your progress week after week.
And hey, here's a quick pro tip for you. You know when the jump from one set of dumbbells to the next is just too big? Don't give up or wreck your form. Use micro loads.
These are tiny little plates, sometimes as small as 100 grams, that let you keep making consistent, sustainable progress. This is an absolute game changer for breaking through those frustrating plateaus.
We've covered all the external stuff, the mechanics, the goals, the planning. The final piece of this intelligent lifter's puzzle, it's internal. It's all about making every single repetition count by truly connecting your mind to the muscle you're trying to work.
This skill is called proprioception, but in our world, we just call it the mind-muscle connection. It means that when you're doing a lat pull-down, you can actually feel your lats contracting and doing the work, not just your arms yanking the weight down. If you can't feel the target muscle, you're leaving growth on the table, plain and simple.
So here are a few ways you can start developing this skill, like today. Drop the weight so you can perfect your form. Slow down the tempo, especially that eccentric phase we talked about. And at the top of the movement, consciously squeeze the muscle hard. These simple cues will dramatically improve your ability to target and stimulate the right muscles.
If you remember just one thing from this entire explainer, please let it be this. The goal isn't just to move a heavy weight from point A to point B. The real goal is to stimulate a specific muscle with intelligence, with intention, and with precision. That right there is the secret to long-term success.
So I'm going to leave you with a question. Based on everything we've just covered, what is the single biggest change you can implement in your very next session? Are you going to slow down your eccentrics? Are you going to start a periodized plan? Decide on one thing and go apply this knowledge.
If you found this explainer valuable and you're ready to start training smarter, do me a favor and support the channel by hitting that like button and subscribing for more professional insights like this. And if you know somebody who's still just throwing weights around, share this with them. It really makes a huge difference. Thanks for watching.